you heard of John Maxwell's 5 Levels of Leadership? It's a classic book, and the idea of managers progressing up a leadership ladder with clear descriptions of each level is really helpful. But I've always had a bit of a problem with it that I want to tell you about, because I think there are 2 shortcuts to the 5 levels of leadership that will give you a jump over the competition for that next pay rise or promotion. If you haven't got a leadership role yet and you're stuck wondering, how do I build the experience I need to get the promotion into management, the first shortcut is for you. And if you're in a leadership role and want to push your career further and faster forwards, the second shortcut is exactly what you need. Alright, before we take a new look at John Maxwell's ideas and find those 2 shortcuts, let's remind ourselves what the 5 levels of leadership are. First, level 1, position. Most new managers start leading in a way that's based on their position or job title. You get instant authority when you're given the title of manager or supervisor, and people follow because they have to. It's a start to your leadership journey, but if you really want to lead, you need to get off this level as quickly as you can and move yourself to level 2 leadership, which is based on permission. In this level, you create strong relationships with your team. You understand that leadership is about way more than the title and really comes from connecting with people. By showing respect, valuing others, and building an environment of trust, you gain permission to lead, regardless of your official position. People follow because they want to. They like you, trust you, and see that you have their best interests at heart. Level 3 leadership is about production. You focus on getting results and driving productivity. You keep hold of relationship hearts and minds, but build respect and credibility by getting stuff done that matters. People follow because of what's accomplished and the visible impact on the organisation. Then level 4 is people development. You're committed to investing in the growth of your team. You become a mentor and a coach, challenging, encouraging and supporting people to unlock their potential. People follow because they feel empowered and enabled to become better versions of themselves. And then we get to the top of the tree, level 5, the pinnacle. And this is characterized by a lasting legacy of positive influence, by nurturing other leaders, your impact extending widely, creating a ripple effect that permeates your organization and even the broader community. People follow because of your character and the transformative changes you've created. 5 levels of leadership, 5 P's of leadership: position, permission, production, people, pinnacle. Or dodge, duck, dip, dive and dodge. And the way John Maxwell teaches this is that you move through the levels one at a time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You start leading because you have the position. Then you build relationships and start getting stuff done. As you do that, you move into focusing on the growth of your people, which starts that ripple effect. And if you stay consistent over time, your influence is felt across the business and beyond. And this is a really good way to look at it. Lots of what I talk about in these videos and podcasts is about moving from level 1 into levels 2 and 3. But you don't have to progress through the levels one by one. And in fact, I really don't think you should. There are 2 shortcuts to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 route that every leader should know, because they're critical for how you get started as a leader and how you jump to the higher levels. First, if you wait to start leading until you have a position, you're going to wait a long time. When finding people for leadership roles, bosses are usually looking for someone who's already shown some leadership, which puts you in a chicken and egg situation. How do you get the leadership experience you need before you get the role that would give you the experience? Now, in some cases, people get promoted to leadership because they're really good at their technical role. The best salesperson gets promoted to lead the sales team. The best engineer gets promoted to lead the engineering department, and so on. In that scenario, the start of Maxwell's 5 levels work perfectly. You've been a fantastic technician, you get the supervisor job, and you start leading at level 1. But in many cases, the hiring manager is going to be looking for where you've already shown some leadership before giving you a chance at the leadership position. So what do? Well, the short answer is you jump over level 1 and start working on levels 2 and 3. I did another video recently where I gave a new definition of leadership that goes like this: understanding what's going on, figuring out what needs to happen, and working with people to make it happen. And one of the brilliant things about this is that you can do it even if you haven't got a team. At a very simple level, it could be spotting and understanding that Ian is off his game today, and that really isn't like him. Figuring out that someone needs to check in with him, and then actually going and doing it yourself. You don't need to be someone's line manager to look after them a little bit. But if you get in the habit of doing it, looking out for the welfare of your colleagues, building relationships with them and helping them think through challenges, you're acting like a supportive line manager, and you're creating a story you can tell in an interview for a supervisor position. Even if you haven't got a team that reports to you, you can start being a level 2 leader in the team that you're a part of now. And the same thing works with level 3, production, actually getting stuff done. You don't have to be the person in charge to be the person that actually makes sure things get finished. In loads of teams and businesses, the person in the manager chair often isn't the person who actually makes things happen and gets projects over the line. Now, often that person is the one in the team who really understands the other people in the team, who can find the right thing to say to nudge them forwards, or knows the right person to help get some particular part finished. Wherever you sit in the hierarchy, you can decide to be the person that is going to make sure a project gets completed. Talk to people about it constantly, offer ideas, offer specific help, maintain the team's energy and enthusiasm for the project. Be the person who repeatedly paints the picture of how things will be better when you've finished and the new thing is embedded and happening. If you do this well, you've created another great story to tell in a leadership interview. And you've done it by jumping straight into level 3 of Maxwell's 5 levels, leveraging your relationships with people to actually get stuff done, even though you haven't got a team that reports to you. By working powerfully with the people in the team you're a part of, you can be the person to make stuff happen. And when that happens, you've become a leader. So, my first shortcut in Maxwell's 5 levels of leadership is you can jump over level 1 straight into levels 2 and 3 before you even have a team of your own. And that's exactly what you need to do so that you can show some leadership before you've got a leadership role. Okay, the next shortcut is further up the 5 levels. You've been in leadership for a while. You've built your relationships with your team and your boss, and you're definitely operating in level 2, permission. But if you want to progress further, your ambition is kicking in. You can see the future and you want to start really making things happen. So you're stepping into level 3, production, building leadership by making sure things get done. But here's the shortcut. You know the best way to get things done as a leader? Through the ingenuity, talent, energy and enthusiasm of your team. Some just call it delegation, asking Michael to do this or Tammy to do that. That's the simplest thing that level 3 leadership is all about. Shaping the workload of your team to make sure the right things get done and your team and your business make progress. But if you've really built relationships with your people, if you're nailing that level 2 leadership piece, you know what they really want. You understand their aspirations, hopes and expectations. You know what they're good at and what they're not good at. So you can really shape the delegations you make to fit with your people and with their development. Yes, you give Michael things to do that you know he can do. But you should also be thinking, what's that thing that's going to push Michael a little past his comfort zone? What's the thing that's going to set him up for his next promotion or pay rise? How do those things fit with what we're trying to achieve as a team? This shortcut to Maxwell's 5 levels is about killing 2 birds with 1 stone. If you really start thinking about your people and their development as you delegate, you get things done and develop your people. You move into levels 3 and 4 at the same time. What this means overall is that your route through Maxwell's 5 levels doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can skip level 1. It's not much good anyway. Jump straight into levels 2 and 3, even if you haven't got a team reporting to you yet. As soon as you've got a team, start thinking about their development and bring levels 3 and 4 together. Look what's happened. You've launched your leadership career like a rocket. Maybe I should call this channel Leadership Launchpad. Actually, maybe I should call it that. It's a good name. Well, no, it's called Leadership Jetway because I've put you on the fast track through Maxwell's 5 levels of leadership. Start with 2, 3, progress into 3, 4, and before you know it, you'll be knocking on the door of executive roles and level 5 leadership will be at your fingertips. I'd love it if you'd subscribe to join the Leadership Jetway Jet Set, where we're rethinking leadership together. But mostly, I hope this has been useful for you, and I will see you very soon. If you've enjoyed this episode, go grab my Leadership Upgrade Pack at leadershipjetway.com/upgrade. You get 3 easy tools to stay on top of your priorities, engage with your team, and start getting the results you need to build your career right now. It's easy, it's free. Go grab it at leadershipjetway.com/upgrade.